right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sink the Bismarck with me, Wolf190D. Now, as always, folks, just a friendly reminder right up front, please, if you would, if you're enjoying the series so far, if you're enjoying the content, or if any time, if you're a newcomer, anytime you decide that you're enjoying the content, be sure to give us a like, a subscribe, a follow. Commentary is also always really welcome. Any kind of engagement, really. Any kind of engagement. Because it does help to influence those algorithm gods, and it does help the channel to grow. All right, so anyway, we are back to it. We're still at war with Britain, and we've almost got 1 million points in victory points. There's a convoy here. We can probably deal with this very quickly. Let's go ahead. We'll deal with this quickly.
Mic off. Mic on.
Yeah, sorry about that. All right, so. Wow, that's, I've never seen it bounce up and down like that before. I got cadets. Oops. Oh, we got a big pop. Oh man. That whole thing is exploding. Nice to see the steam turbine engines are paying off so well. It looks like all 4 of them hit, but I think only 2 of them actually exploded. Wow, that was actually lucky. It did not destroy the torpedo tube. I mean, it really was like almost it just seems way too unfair, unmatched. I mean, a steam turbine driven destroyer against a torpedo boat. God knows what his engine type was. But anyway. Alright, that's right. We're working our way through these. Okay, and did we set... Yeah, we set one more naval invasion on the Mauritius Islands. That'll give us a point over there. And we've pretty much cut all the way across Africa in several spaces. I mean, we get the South Sudan and Uganda there. They're still free and independent countries, and they can remain so. I don't have a problem with them, but the land battles actually are not my choice. Okay. Let's see here, January of 1904. Which one is this? That's the last of the Siegfrieds. Okay. Okay, what do we have? We're working on destroyers, and we also have the Dreadnought Hull 2 being researched. Okay. Check something real quick. Oops, no, it was the Helgolands that I was looking at doing next, right? At full load, 24,700 tons. I have to see 24,700 tons. Why? Why the big drastic change? The Hindustan is one of the Hannibal class battleships. Light cruisers traveling at 36 knots. It's faster than my destroyers are right now. Follow. Set him. No. Set him to screen. He's fine on screen. Set you guys. Okay. How am I losing anything in the English channel? It's interesting. Pushed back my offensive somewhere. German Empire gains control of Seychelles. Okay. Where did that light cruiser go? The Mainz is one of those nymphas. I'll tell you what, let's put him back in Zanzibar for now. Okay. And that's probably the yeah, that's the no, it's not it. Actually it's because this whole fleet I think was getting scrapped. Yep. Make room for the new ones. Hmm. The Nassaus are nearing completion. Got 2 more sets of the V-45s coming up. I probably ought to take it easy on those because we're going to have... I think we're going to have full-fledged destroyers soon enough. So the V-21s starting to... Okay. 60%, and then we're back to 0%. Did we just like get pushed back and then start a new one? Are we just going to keep starting a new one? I mean, if we want to capture England like this, I'll just put up a blockade. That'll be fine. We can do it that way. I just hope that the nice people in the government don't end the war before we capture more of his territory. They're known to do that from time to time. You tell them no, fight to the end, and then the next thing you know, peace has been signed. And sometimes when you say you want peace, it's no, we're going to keep on fighting for a while yet. Oh no, this is what I was sort of worried about. Well, I've got destroyers. My destroyers so far have proved very, very effective against his battleships. What kind of battleship was it? Oh, crap. Warspite traveled at 18 knots. My battleships are burning now. It's gonna be all on the destroyers. Okay, let's go ahead and speed this up, shall we? And the problem is these destroyers are starting to get older. Only 1.2 kilometers on the range as opposed to 2.3 on the newer ones. Wow, just barely saved that destroyer. Good battleship. I don't really well. just make sure we take it. I know though, I do need to start getting these guys disbanded because I got to start making room for the newer stuff. It's a 1,263 crew. Good grief. The Destroyer 1 and then the torpedo boats are going to be obsolete in 2 more turns. Alright, so, let's see here. I guess I ought to go ahead and start working on that design because the Nassaus are finishing up. So, let's go to new design. Okay. Thank you. All right, so this is going to be the Helgoland. Okay. And the dimensions, or at least according to some sources, the dimensions are going to be a beam of 93 6-inch, 93.5 feet. So beam, let's see, what does a 5% get us? 95. What does a 4% get us? What does a 3% get us? 93, 3.1, 3.2. Okay. 3.2 it is. 93.5 because the next one goes up to 94.6. So there we go. There's that. A draft. 29.4. And this is where I get like, okay. Can I roll this thing down to, yes, I can, 24,700 tons at a length of 548. Close enough for government work, right? Okay, now there might be a problem. There might be a really big problem here because we have to make room for 3 funnels. Sometimes these historical builds are not the easiest thing in the world to do. And I think the Helgolands also were armed with, yes, 12-inch guns. So we've got a 12. I'm going to slap a 12 on the front, slap a 12 on the side, and here's what we're going to do. We're going to try to put down 2, 3 funnels. Okay, now this is where things might get a little interesting. But if we do it right, we'll be just fine. So the main tower, let's go with a 4-deck tower number 3. Put this guy right there. The secondary tower, we're going to go with a 12.5 base accuracy. The advanced rear deck tower. That's quite a jump, actually. The base accuracy going up that much. Okay, so let's put that there. Let's put that there. All right. Now, what we can do, we can change the position of the 3 funnels. Multiple expand. Or did the Helgolands have retained older triple expansion steam engines, and we don't have triple expansions anymore. We just have multiple expansions, so we're going to roll with that. Side guns, 12-inch side guns. Okay, so And this is where things get a little hairy to me. Put that there. But I don't like it when they do that. I really don't. Does anybody else hate it? When the put him there. Put that there. And then the turret rings. See, the turret rings hang off on this, and it's something that's kind of very annoying. Because every diagram I've ever seen of these ships show that the turrets are securely inside of the ship. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to jimmy this a little bit. All right, what's the top speed? 20.5 knots. Okay, so let's go with a much wider beam. Okay. And what we can do within that, of course. And I mean, the diagrams I see, the ships look a lot wider, so I'm not entirely sure that, at least the information on Wikipedia, I'm not entirely sure that it's 100% accurate. Right. So we're going to go like that. And it could be because the turrets aren't advanced enough. I'm not sure. We'll have to play around with it a little bit and see if there's a certain time frame to work with. But anyway, she's also armed with 14 150 millimeter guns mounted in the casemates. Okay. Now what I'm going to do ultimately is I'm actually going to tighten these up a little bit. So let's see here. Can I go 24,700 tons? No, we're not allowed to do that now. So let's reduce the beam a little bit so we can stick within our size constraints. Maybe. Is it going to let us stick within the size constraints? We had to widen it so that it didn't look so goofy. I don't know, man. I mean, the max load is supposed to be 24,700 tons. But anyway. Oh, 5 nines. 5 nines, and we're going to go ahead and make them just as long as we can. So 150 L42s. The 12s, I think we keep it the same size. Okay. And let's see what we can do with these guys here. If I bring that back here like that. Boom, perfect. Okay. And then this, maybe not that far. Like that. And that's more within the traditional confines of the Helgoland class. I'm going to go ahead and move this forward though. Let's go ahead and move that forward. That way it takes away some of that aft offset. And then it also is going to ask for 14 88s, and we're not getting 14 88s on here. I don't think. Okay. 88 millimeters with maximum length. Okay, let's see here. 4 ships. Uses Krupp cemented armor, which did we not just get Krupp? Yes, we did. Krupp cemented armor. Do we want natural boilers? Do we want induced boilers? If we did induced boilers, here's something interesting that we can do. And this is something often that I actually really like to do. Though, if we left it natural boilers, that's going to give it the authentic look, but there again, we're using the authentic build as our basis. So if we go with induced draft boilers and we take away one of these funnels, right, and we only have one type of funnel optional or available. What we can do is we can further tighten up the ship, or even better balance the ship. But you know what? I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave these alone. Why not? Just give it two funnels. Now, before we get too much into Jimmy and this or that, let's go with, do I want anti-torp? Nah, not yet. I'm not ready to start adding anti-torp. No citadels either. Okay. Now, armoring. Armored belt that was 30 centimeters, as in 12 inches. But wait, it's got 30.5 centimeter guns. So that means the guns are really more like 12.1s or something like that, doesn't it? 30 point, hold on just a second, 30.5 centimeters. No, it's 12.007. 30 centimeters is 11.8. Well, whatever. And 16-inch conning tower. And then a deck. The deck. Deck's armored between 5.5 and 8 centimeters. On the main belt was a torpedo bulkhead, 1.2 inches thick. Is that going to be the armored citadel? Is that citadel number 2? I have no idea. Anyway, well, armored and 2 inches to 2.4 inches. Okay. Go 3 inches on top of the turrets and as much armor as was on the citadel, maybe a little less. There we go. Now we got about perfect balancing. Now, these can always be updated, right? So, you know, if you don't get it quite right, well, sometimes you're not going to get it exactly right. Let's go 5% on the draft and see if we can't get 24,700 tons. See, the only other way we're going to get 24/7 is to go back to the Dreadnought 1 hull. Really don't want to do that. Better floatability, slightly better resistance, better speed, retain speed while turning, and more surface visibility is to be expected. So anyway, we're one set of 88 short, which technically we could fix that. Do we really want to fix that? Do we have to fix that? We could go ahead and drop an 88 in here somewhere. It really wouldn't affect the turrets at all, I don't think. But totally unnecessary. I mean, really, we could actually do this. This could actually be a thing. Is it necessary? Not really. So, anyway, that's and besides, it doesn't comport with anything else that we see on the about the ships. So, you know, where do the 88s go? In the forecastle. I don't know. Where does it say they go? Yeah, the 88s are supposed to be in casemates. After 1914, 2 of them were removed and replaced by 2 flat guns. The remaining 12 casement guns were removed. So, anyway, could do that. All right, let's take a look at particulars. Yeah. Oh, now all of a sudden the forward weight is off. And what guns have a poor zone of fire? What guns have a poor zone of fire? Not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one. No? Okay, well, And I guess it's just going to have to deal with it. Sometimes that thing registers really weird like that. So let's see here. I've got stereoscopics, and that's what I'm going to use. Because I do believe, as far as historical sources are concerned, the Germans did prefer those stereoscopics. It's why at longer range engagements they had let's see here. I'm going to use the nose fuse, but for the let's see what standards do. At 15,000 meters, we're doing 11.8 penetration. 8.3 with the picric acid, which sometimes I do the picric acid. You have to jimmy it a little bit though. Picric acid is really nice though. 594 versus 871 versus 567. So TNT is actually superior to the gun cotton, and it still gives us a very decent amount of penetration. So 11.8 inches at 15,000 meters. 11.8 inches at 15,000. So the penetration values are actually the same. But do we go with the white powder, which gives it a much flatter trajectory? The ballistite, rather. The white powder makes it more accurate, though. So let's see how this affects the accuracy. At the 12 and a half to 15,000 meter, we're at 1%. We're still at 1%. And at 15,000 meters, we gain 3/10 more penetration, which is that going to cause us overpinning problems? Yeah, but if we go down to the sap shells, then they won't. Now, what we can do to offset the flammability, we could go to lighter shells. And that gets us at 11 and a half at 15,000 meters. Anything closer than that is going to be over Penn City. But I do like that because it reduces the ricochet angles. Or actually, it expands the ricochet angle, so it makes the ricochet angle wider. That is a really nice feature, actually. What happens if we put soft capped? Yeah, no. Base fuse. The damage would have been nothing. It would have been negligible. Okay, we're going with nose fuse. I still like the nose fuse option. TNT bursting charge. Now, if we go to picric acid, we're going to have to get closer with it. Yeah, let's go with TNT. It's going to be our best, and maybe we can just go with white powder. It's going to increase our base accuracy by 1%, which isn't a lot, really, but it's going to give us the most stable. Yeah, it's going to give us the most stable shooting trajectory, I think. Let's go with the light shells. I don't think we need anything terribly heavy right now. Remember, we can always, as the enemy comes up with better and better designs, we can always do a refit and change out the ammunition type. All right, so for the superstructure, maybe not that much. Let's go with and here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and over armor. Let's go 3 inches on the main deck to roll. And that's just kind of these sorts of designs in general, where you put the turrets out on the wings. It's gonna roll. They're just gonna roll really crazy. All right. So anyway, that's gonna be a modified. Oh, four-deck tower number 3. Is this one narrower or something? You know what? Let's see what this 4-deck 4 looks like, huh? Doesn't really look much different. It might be slightly narrower, but I really can't tell. I think we ought to flatten the draft. That really does look a little bit, a lot a bit more actually like the historical. But I don't know where they're coming with this. I don't know where they get their measurements sometimes. I mean, even then, I mean, we still got a little bit of overhang with the turret rings. But hey, soon enough we'll be able to fiddle around with some other sorts of types of builds and whatnot, and maybe I don't know. I don't know if I want to take the small dreadnought anymore. Maybe we make a minimal build or something on like the dreadnought 1, or maybe even with this. 24,500. Yeah, we're about 1,000 tons underweight right now. Well, we could. Yeah, we could beef up the fuel capacity a little bit. Yeah, why not? Okay. And that, my friends, is going to be a Helgoland class battleship, built more or less to historical spec. There again, you know, it's it's difficult reading, okay, what hull. And it has to actually be Dreadnought 2 because the Dreadnought 1's maximum displacement is 22,500. And this one needed to be 24/7. So, there's that. And these are Mark II 12-inch guns. Now, actually, one other thing we might be able to do, and this is now, they got enhanced reloading right now, and they are Mark IIs. So we're going to leave the gun length right now at the 45. Actually, I think they were L45s anyway. No, they're supposed to be L50s. So I think technically these are supposed to be Mark IIIs, but we're a little ahead of schedule here. What happens if we get a 5% increase? We get 47s. We can get up to 48s, right? We're not going to worry about that right now. We're just going to take it down to the length that it's supposed to be, because we're below our 1 round per minute goal. Those advanced towers are a little more narrow. Anyway, that's going to be the Helgoland. Love it or hate it, we shall see. I always feel like I forget something on those. Anyway. All right. So, that is going to be, as soon as it's done loading. That's going to be that for this time. So we've successfully constructed, or well, successful might be a little bit of a stretch, but we have constructed our new Helgoland battleships. We're going to go ahead and lay down 4 of those next time. All right. And I'll go ahead and give them their historical names again, just for sort of kicks and giggles. But anyway, for those of you on Twitch, we're going to take a short break. For those of you on YouTube, you'll have to tune in next time for Sink the Bismarck Adventures on the High Seas. And as always, please be sure to give a like, subscribe, and or follow. Comments are also good. Just interaction, guys, interaction. It helps with the algorithm. So until next time, take care. This is Wolf190D signing off.